It's your favorite planner, Onu Agbabiaka. Today, we're doing something extremely exceptional.
Love is not weakness, it is strong. Only the sacrament of marriage can contain it. The secret to a happy marriage is if you can be at peace with someone within four walls. If you are content because the one you love is near you.
You make me laugh a little louder, bigger, my lighter, 'cause you.
She is an exceptional woman, a world-class event planner. She is determined, firm, independent, resilient, and a perfectionist in her skills. She is a loving wife and mother, also a renowned event planner. Let's welcome the CEO, Love and Harmony Events, to my channel today, Wano.
Guys, how are you guys doing? Welcome back again to my channel, and welcome back to the first series of Level Up, Boss Up in whatever field you are, be it entrepreneurship or be it in the 9-to-5 field. So first off, today I have the CEO of Love and Harmony Events, LH Event, and it's such an honor to actually be seated down here with her. I mean, Wano has done over hundreds of events in this Lagos. Well, no, I think it's more than hundreds. I was really amazed, recently when I saw you featured on Tunde Edna's page, where what they call it, the cake design you guys
Was
did
coming from
was
the
coming
ceiling.
from the ceiling.
Yeah.
It was so amazing. I mean, you guys, she has thousands of followers. She has done a couple of weddings, showers, just name it. And I'll just let her introduce herself today. So yeah.
Hi guys, good afternoon, good morning, wherever it is you are in the world. Welcome to Bomzi's Spot.
Yeah, thank
I'm
you.
honored to be here. My name is Wonu Agbabiaka, CEO of LH Events. It's been amazing, doing what it is that we do. And just like Bomzi has said, we're into like corporate events, social events that has like weddings, bridal showers, birthday parties, dedications, think events, think whatever it is, and definitely we're on board for it. So in a nutshell, that's what we try to produce week in, week out, beautiful events, giving the best of what it could be, and then just showcasing exactly what it is that we can do as a team.
Yeah. Oh, you guys, you guys, I'm sitting down here with a powerhouse today.
Hey.
I mean, so you said like your business name is Love and Harmony. So I would like to ask, like, what inspired it?
I used to be into project management for the longest of times when I was in the UK, and
Okay.
we had a project. Well, we're being taught how to start a project, and for you to start any kind of project, you have to have a name, that kind of projects, what it is that you're trying to do. So we're in class that day, and the person who had trained me had just said, "Oh, Bola, that's my second name. Bola, what do you like to do, on the side? What's your what comes naturally to you?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, I like to plan things. I just love to, get my hands dirty around things." And it's like, "Okay, so would you say you like to plan weddings? You like to plan events?" I'm like, "Yes, absolutely." "Okay, what do we call your event name?" It was just a joke. It was just a class,
Wow.
"Okay, let's look for something spicy. Let's look for something that attracts your audience. What are you trying to give them? If you're trying to plan a wedding for them, you want to tell them that there will be love in their weddings.
Of course.
You want to tell them that they should look forward to having like an harmonized union and whatnot." So he's just like, "Okay, let's call it Love and Harmony Weddings." So that was what it was before. We made it official. And then by the time we were ready to, do this as a profession, I knew that it wasn't just weddings I wanted to focus on. So we've just said, okay, let's do it as Love and Harmony Event. So we know that for every event we touch on the long run, there'll continuously be love, there'll continuously be harmony. It'll just have all that great spice in it, on the long run.
Wow. So basically, I would just say, because the first question I actually wrote down here to ask you is, how did you start? So this is like,
It's kind of giving
it's
you
giving me already
an
like
insight,
the start.
yes.
So You know, so coming back into Nigeria and trying to break into the market, right? So how did you start?
So I didn't come back to Nigeria to break into the market. What I'd done was to do project management in the UK. I wanted to be a business analyst. I wanted to do project management, do all this. And he had just created a business page for me that I was just like, you know, it was just there. It was just for the class. That was where it was for me. I got back to Nigeria and I got a job with Ascon Oil.
Wow.
I was with them, I think, for a couple of months, but I wasn't feeling, you know, as fulfilled as I should have been. And I found out that in my spare time, I kept referencing back that business that was opened for me. Okay, well, no, if you really have to do this weddings, this event thing, what do you want, you know, what do you want to do? What do you want to bring to the table? And I started writing in bits and pieces at every spare time that I had. Okay, this is what I want to produce, or this is what I want to provide for my client. I want to make sure you have a stress-free period. I want to make sure that someone is there to do the running arounds for you. I want to make sure, you know, little by little, with no basic knowledge of what was done in the industry, I just kept writing these things like in bits and pieces. I think I'd been doing that for 2-3 months. And then my colleagues in the office also knew that, Wonu just, you know, writes
You had an interest
exactly.
in, yeah.
I had an interest in this. And then unknowing to me, a couple of years before that, I had helped my now husband, his cousin at that point, I'd helped her to plan her wedding. And I didn't even know I'd helped her. She was in the UK and she's like, Wonu, help me with this. To me, it was just me helping, but I didn't know that I literally had planned her wedding from start to finish. So it's like a hobby for me. I like to make sure things are perfect. You know, give me a project. It doesn't even have to be wedding planning. I will stick my neck into it until you get the best results. It's just a natural thing for me. So when my colleagues had realized that, put up things, you know, what I wanted and whatnot, one of them was getting married. And he's like, Wonu, my wedding is in Abeokuta, oh, this. I'm like, Shegu, please. You know, I have all this theoretical knowledge of what I want to do for people. Introduce me to your wife, you know. Let me help you with planning this wedding and see what the practical experience could be, you know, for this whole planning thing. And he's like, oh, absolutely. I'm like, don't pay me. All I just want to see is this something I want to do on the long run? Or do I just sit, you know, in this office and whatnot? It's like, okay, let's see how it is. So Shegun gave me a chance and I planned his wedding, and it was over 2,000 guests for my first wedding.
Wow.
I had no coordinator. I had no assistant planner, so I literally did all the work. The only thing I took from Lagos for my personal self was a photographer who's Wheezy Scott. I wanted him to capture moments for me.
Oh yeah, Wheezy Scott. I know him very
capture
well.
moments for me, do this, do that, you know. And then, you know, just to see what the experience was like. I was managing their vendors, the beauty team, the vendors for the event itself, and everything. So after a while, you know, I did that. I was pleased with it. I got back to work. I resigned and I said I wanted to face this full time. Everyone's like, how can you leave an oil and gas company? What are you doing? You know, it was just this whole, just like, don't worry, you know, don't worry. Just give me a few months, 1 year at the maximum. I'll get my feet around. I would definitely know, you know, how to put everything together. And thankfully, I took that decision in 2015. And I registered the company in March of 2015. So this year makes us, I think, 7 years.
7 years.
Yes, so the perfect number.
You guys, this is really inspiring. I don't know if you have gotten to this point and you have watched to this point and you are not inspired at this point. I mean, quitting one's oil and gas job that is supposedly like the thing right now, you know, to focus on the person's passion and hobby. It's a big thing. It's a big deal. So I would like to ask you as well, Wonu, like, what has been the roadblocks on the way? You know, because it sounds all perfect when you can tell someone just quit and follow your passion and all. But people will also want to know, like, what has been the stumbling blocks, because not all businesses are easy.
Will thrive.
Yeah.
So the thing is, I wouldn't say it's the easiest of things to do, because I'm a graduate of accounting, and everyone would have expected to be in a bank. I was actually very smart. I graduated like the best graduating student in the college, and everyone's vision of me was, oh, you in another 5-10 years, one will probably be like a manager in some kind of bank, or like that's just the feel they had for of me, from the get-go. But then taking the decision to stop that path and then just walk through my own path definitely wasn't easy. I told you about the first wedding I got, and then the second wedding I got scammed. Yes, I got scammed. A friend of mine then had said to me her sister was getting married, that. I'm like, okay, I was so excited, my first paying job, all that. And I took the job, did everything I was supposed to do, and the guy gave me a dot check. I haven't seen him since October 2015 till now. And I literally had to pay like vendors from my pocket, put a lot of things together because I knew that it was my...
So guys, this is actually the clip I was telling you guys that there was a mishap. I mean, I'm thankful that I didn't lose the sound in every of the clip, so I'm just able to sit down here and salvage it. I thought about so many ways to do this. I had reached out for another interview, but schedule is tight and I can't be stalling before dropping the first episode of this our level up and boss up series. So yeah, I'm just here to brief you guys on what she actually said, like in the remaining part of the interview. And please, so sorry that the first video is having this issue, but I believe that in the beginning clip from till 11 minutes you guys were able to pick something and learn something. I have done better in the other interviews. I mean, you guys, please just anticipate the other interviews. You would hear the sound from the beginning to the end. I promise that. I am so super sorry. I am so sorry that it just has to be this way. So when she was talking about, the issue that she faced when she started her business was, when they contacted her to do a wedding and the guy gave her a doc check. She said that was the make or break point in her business. She was like, Wanu, can I go or can I not? Let me just pay these vendors and just forget about anything event planning. Or you know what, I will do this and I will keep pushing. And that was the point where she realized that this thing is something that she wants to see through from the end. So she paid each and every vendor from her money. And I asked her also, like, does she offer trainings or does she know people that offer trainings as regards to event planning? And she said Wed Expo Weddings. I'm gonna leave their Instagram handle on the screen. Wed Expo Weddings offer trainings for intending event planners, but also top event planners. As she and her team, they actually attend these trainings. So yeah, that they offer trainings for intending event planners, for top event planners as well. That with this thing, you never stop learning. And event planning has different sectors right now. You have the hostesses, you have coordination, you have providing of bouncers. It's just a lot that, instead of focusing on just one, there are other aspects to event planning that you can actually, focus on as well. And she said, yes, you can actually go for trainings. I asked her as well, does she take interns? And she said she already has 2 interns right now, but if there is an opening, she will let me know and I will bring it on my channel. So maybe there is somebody who just wants an opportunity in the event planning field. It's okay for you to learn under someone first before you venture into the business blindly. Learn, get to know the skill, perfect it before you then venture into event planning completely. I asked her as well if the business has been profitable to her, and she said, oh yes, that the business has been very, very profitable to her over the years right now. That initially, there was no profit and all, but she kept pushing. But now, people are beginning to recognize those in event planning. I mean, they will do it better than you even. They will give you better ideas than you just planning your events by yourself. They make it more colorful than you just planning your event. So now a lot of people are hiring the services of event planners. So yeah, that is very profitable to her. And know your target audience and know your market as well. What she will charge ₦1 million is not what another person will charge for 300,000 naira. And she has her audience that would still come to her and pay her for her services. So it was really, really an insightful interview. I learned so much. I'm going to leave her name, I'm going to leave her business handle as well in the description box below, and I'm also going to leave it on the screen. You guys do well to follow them. Love and Harmony Events on Instagram. They are very, very popular. Love and Harmony Events on Instagram. They have done series of weddings, they have done series of birthdays, proposals, name it. I mean, their portfolio is so much. And yeah, you guys, the next video is going to be a power-packed one that you don't even want to miss at all. Thank you all so much. Thank you so much. I apologize again before I go off. I am so sorry. I am very, very sorry. I should have checked my microphone. I should have made sure to check the video properly before I left, but I did not because I was in a hurry to get back to the office. And eventually when I was editing it, I saw that, you know, this had happened, and I'm sorry. And I hope that you learned a thing or two from this video today. Please stick with me. There's a whole lot to learn in this series that is coming up. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give this video a massive thumbs up. Please accept my apology, and I want to see that you guys have accepted my apology in the comment section. Bumsy will do better with the coming videos in the next episode. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.